Hi everyone, my name is Rosie and welcome back to my channel, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. I mostly talk about diaper bags here so far and packing them, mostly packing them. But I did have a very rambly video a couple of weeks ago where I kind of talked through some things in my collection and made mention of a couple of things that I had that didn't really work for me, and this is just a follow-up of that, just kind of going over why they didn't work for me. They are these two bags here, and I'll go over them in just a second. Before I do, though, I wanted to make sure that I say, just so that it's very clear, I don't think that either of these are bad. I don't think there's anything wrong with them in terms of like how they're made or anything along those lines. However, they just didn't work for me. I did purchase them for very specific reasons, and they just don't work for those very specific reasons. So, okay, here we go. I guess the first thing is, why did I get them? And both of them are smaller bags, and I thought that they would work as like quick trip bags, but for me, they just won't. I think that a lot of it boils down to the fact that I have two children that are 2 and under, and I just need more stuff than can go in there. I also think that there's a little bit, like maybe a little bit with the design that was done to make the bags look really pretty, or maybe like function in a specific way, but that's not the way that I personally would use them. Okay, so this is the Baby Joey bag. I think this is the first iteration. I believe that they've moved over to kind of like a backpack style now, but this was the first one, and it has this flap, and then for this outside pocket, it actually is kind of like an accordion, which I thought would be kind of cool. I thought I could put lots of things in there and make it work out really well. I actually find though that when you put something in 2 of the 3 pockets, it actually pretty much, that's all it can hold if you still want it to be able to close. And so we're talking like one diaper for each of my girls, which is not a problem, but putting one for each of them in one of the pockets, and then some wipes in the next one, and then I wouldn't be able to put anything else in there if I wanted to be able to snap it closed on the other side. And then on the back of the bag, it has this flap here. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it. And it has a magnet on it. And I didn't have a lot of trouble with that part because, you know, I put the things that you would expect to be putting in there. So like, you know, your wallet and your phone. That was all I stuck in there, and that's all that it would hold. But it didn't give me any trouble. There is kind of, for the zipper, it scoops a little. And then this is what's going on the inside of the bag. So there are, let's see, we've got 2 side pockets or bottle pockets. They are insulated. And then 1 elasticated pocket on this side. They have a little teeny tiny slip pocket right here for like a little card wallet. And then 2, let's see if I can show it. Sorry, 2 slip pockets over here. These slip pockets are tiny. Oh, excuse me, 3, because the one in the middle is like a pen, is like the size for a pen. These pockets all are pretty small. I don't personally feel like I can put anything in them, and especially with the elasticated pocket right here, if you put anything in there, you just don't have a middle of this bag, like a cavity at all to put anything in, essentially. So it didn't really work out for me. There's also a zipper pocket on this side, and I mean, it worked fine in terms of like what you would put in a pocket like that. You could make it go in there, but the bag just was really cramped for me. I really couldn't get very much in it at all. Oh, it does have, though, on the bottom, there's a little zipper that goes all the way around. And like this, I think was the reason that I thought it might work out really well, is because it has like all these really cool, like hidden kind of compartments sort of set up. But as you can see, I'm sorry, I'm sniffling so much, I'm having an allergy attack. But the depth of this is maybe to my knuckle, not my knuckle, excuse me. Yeah, everything I've got is too big to fit in there, and that was kind of just my experience with it all together. You can even you can put like a change mat in here, or maybe a couple of diapers in the bottom of this, but even at that, if you put them in the bottom, it's hard to get in and out of. So I found that I just really didn't put very much in there at all. I kept like my no, I was gonna say I kept my, I tried to put my first aid kit down there, but it also was just too thick. It just wouldn't work. So that is why I am not planning on keeping this any longer. This is one of the things that is going to be leaving my house, but it is really cute and it's made really well and it looks really good on. It just doesn't hold enough for what I need. I've got, like I said, I have 2 children and they're both small, so it just won't work for me. But that's why this one did not work. And again, this is the Baby Joey bag. Okay, this next one is the Lena by Cassandra bag, and it's gonna look really big in the viewfinder, probably because it's like white and stuff. It's wide, but it is not very deep, and there are no external pockets on it. It has these 2 magnet or like button magnet type of situation on there, but they're not strong enough to hold it closed. And then the top of it opens like that. And I had really high hopes for it. And I mean, like really I could get everything in here that I need, but the reason I don't like using this one is that the magnets are just not strong enough to keep it closed. And I don't like walking around with my bag wide open. But it has a really interesting design. And that was what got me kind of interested in it to begin with. I am going to pull these pieces out and show you. As you can see, it has, sorry, this is so awkward. I like to hold it like this. Anyway, there are buttons all across the top on both sides of the bag. On the inside of it, which you can't really get to when you take the inserts out, there are 2 kind of bottle pocket-ish. It's not a pocket though, it's one of these sort of situations. It's like a ribbon that's over on the side that'll just hold something there if you want it to go there. And it has that on both sides, 2 slip pockets in the back, and then a zipper pocket on this side. And that is all of this bag. And then there are these, this is an interesting design. They're like little sleeves that have organizational components on them. So you can take them and attach them inside of the bag to the magnets. And I didn't have trouble getting these in or having them stay in or anything like that. These were perfectly fine. It was just the top that was a problem for me. But you stick them in there and then you've got like a whole bunch more pockets, and you can put them on either side. And you could, I presume, I don't know if you could do this, but I would assume that you could get some that were the same or, you know, different or however you need it to go. I'm not entirely sure about that, but maybe if you had a couple of them, you could double it up if you needed the same type of pockets in the bag on both sides. But so like this one that I just put in has like a padded laptop sleeve. They have another slip pocket in front of that, and then 2 mesh pockets, as well as an additional slip pocket here. And then on the other side, there's just a sleeve. Whoops. And then on the other side, there is a sleeve and slip pockets, more mesh slip pockets, and all that kind of stuff in there. So this one I actually got because I like to have a white bag in the summer, and I can't find one. If any of you know where I could find a good white leather bag that will work for diapering, please let me know. I've heard about Rough and Tumble. They're a little bit too expensive for me to test out today, and by that I just mean like I'm not convinced that I need it. If you have more reasons to try it out, please let me know. But that's the only other one I've found that had any kind of white leather bag options. But anyway, going back to this one, that was why I got this one. I thought that it'd be really good for the summer. It doesn't carry, I mean, I couldn't carry a lot with or inside of it. And so I don't really carry a ton with me in the summer anyway, because I don't have like jackets and things like that. But like I said, as soon as I start putting, like if I put in some diapers into this and then my med kit, can't close it. It's too heavy for the magnets to be able to stay secure. So when you're holding it like this, the bottom of the bag pulls enough to pop these out. So you'd be walking around with it like that. And for me, it just makes me uncomfortable. I like for my bag to be closed if it's supposed to be closed. And I like to at least have the option to have it closed. And I just don't find that I can do that with this particular bag. And so that's why this one didn't work for me as a diaper bag. However, I do think that this would make, for me, a really good work bag. In theory, I could see how I could pack this for work, and I don't think I'd have trouble packing it for work at all. However, I don't normally take a white bag with me to a meeting. And I don't know why that is. Maybe I guess I just don't really like wear that type of suit where I could wear a white bag with it. Usually like I have black suits and gray suits. And I just, personally, I probably wouldn't pair a white kind of briefcase-ish looking thing, which I do feel like this could pass as close to a briefcase. It's a little bit wider than I would prefer if I was just having a brief, but I mean, like I said, like, you know, this was designed, or at least it's marketed as a diaper bag. I don't feel like it can be, but that I'm open to being wrong. If any of you have tried it and you know it works, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm open to suggestions with this. But like I said, I feel like, for me anyway, the weight pulling on the sides of this particular bag, this particular style from them, and I haven't tried the others, but this one makes the magnets pop open, and so I don't like that. So that's why this one did not work for me, and this was the Lena by Cassandra diaper bag, and it's in that white color. I think they have some other ones though. They've got like a black one that is so pretty with a really pretty like gold chain kind of handle situation. It looks so pretty. And then there's kind of a bronzy one that they make as well, but that one's really not my jam. But I do know they make other ones, so maybe those work better. If they do and you've tried them, or rather if you've tried them and they do, let me know in the comments. I definitely would like to hear how they worked better for you than they did for me. So that's it for the small ones. I guess that'll be it for this particular video then. I have intentions of talking about some other bags that I have that are similar sizes that do work, but I'm probably going to be parting with some that are kind of like all in the same grouping, and I'll do that video maybe in the next week or so, whenever I can fit it in. But thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay. Bye.